everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title of this video, today I am back and I am doing another cooking series of cooking with Mama Maria, and today we will be showing you how we make homemade focaccia. Some of you would have seen a little sort of sneak peek of the homemade focaccia that we make in our household in my previous video, which was how to make homemade ragu. And yeah, I had a few questions about it. Some people messaged me on Instagram asking me for a recipe to show you how we make it. So here we are today. We are going to show you how we make homemade focaccia. So just before we get started, I wanted to say that obviously the recipe that you'll see us using today will make enough focaccia dough for about 10 people. We tend to eat quite a lot and we like to sort of save some for the next day. So what I am going to do is either in the next sort of slide or in the description box below, I will pop the recipe with the right amount of ingredients that you'll need to make enough focaccia bread for 4 people. That way, if you want to make it at home, you can do so. Okay, so over here we have a kitchen mixer. So obviously the flour is in here already, and now we're going to add the semolina flour to that mixture. Then you want to add in the yeast. Whilst those are mixing in, you also then want to go in and add the sugar. And continue mixing. Once you've mixed in the sugar, the next step is to add in the water. Okay, and once you've added in all of your water, you then want to go in and add the potatoes. Obviously, this is why it's quite useful that you've mashed the potatoes before you add them in, because it will help to blend them all in to the rest of the mixture. To add in the salt. So you want to keep an eye on your mixture. Obviously we can see it's still quite hard, so we're going to go in and add a little bit more of tepid lukewarm water. Then you want to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So you want to continue mixing that in for a good 5 minutes. Once you can see that all the ingredients are starting to blend in nicely together, you then want to speed up the mixer. And then once you speed up the mixer, you want to keep it going for about 10 minutes. So now it's finished mixing, and this is what your dough should look like. So over here we have our tray where we're going to place our focaccia dough, and we've added a little bit of olive oil, and my mum's just spreading it out evenly all over the tray. And then what you want to do is just get a little bit of the oil from the tray and get it onto your hands. That way the dough won't stick. And my mum has actually divided the dough into 3, as now this is going to be left on the side to allow the dough to raise. These need to raise for about 2 hours. So we're just going to cover them with a little bit of cling film. Okay, so once you've covered it up with the cling film, you then want to cover it, put it in an area where there isn't any draft, and cover it with anything that you've got. We've just popped a blanket over it, and you want to leave that there for about 2 hours. Just don't need to touch it, just leave it. Okay, so it's now been 2 hours, and we are going to take off the blanket and have a look at how the dough has raised. And there you go, you can see that it has raised really well, and you can actually see these little holes in the dough. Okay, so my mum is dividing the dough so that it can go into different trays. And over here we have the rest of the ingredients. So we've got olive oil, some olives. These are already pitted. Normally for the recipes you need black olives, some tomatoes and some oregano. And then you have your tray, and you do want to make sure that you pop some oil inside the tray to stop the dough from sticking. So now we're going to take the dough and place it inside. The trick is just to keep sort of pushing it out with your fingers. So as you can see, my mum's doing that onto the edges of the tray. Now the trick with all of this is with the tomatoes, you mustn't cut them with a knife, but you actually have to break them apart with your hands so that the juice of the tomatoes actually goes onto the focaccia dough. Once you've popped the tomatoes on, you then want to do the same with the olives. So just break them in half with your hands and just place them randomly. Okay, after you've popped your olives, you then want to add just a little bit of oregano. Just scatter it across gently, you don't want too much. And finally, you want to add a little bit of olive oil, just about a tablespoon's worth, all over your focaccia, like so. So now you want to pop your focaccia in the oven. The oven is on 200 degrees, and this will most likely take, how long is it going to take?
30 minutes, 25, 30.
About 30 to 35 minutes to cook. So our focaccia bread is now out of the oven, and this is the final result. As you can see, it's a really nice golden brown on the top. And yeah, this is it once you've cut it all up. I've added a few extras because my mum did make 3 different trays of it. But yeah, that's how it should look. So it's quite thin, but still thicker than a normal pizza. And yeah. And now for the taste. It's so good. Let me know if you guys decide to make this yourselves at home, and comment down below to let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching. Bye.